Hey guys, today is time to kick off my summer project pan. So this year I've been doing my project pans more seasonally, whereas in the past I just had a year-long project where I pretty much just kept the same products all year and I would roll a new product in whenever I finished something. But this year I decided, in an effort to just keep things fresh and keep from getting bored with using the same products all year, that it would be fun to just switch things up every time the season changes. So now that it is officially summer, I am really excited to kick off a somewhat new set of products. This time I did decide to roll over quite a few of the products from my spring project because a lot of them are still really close to being finished. I decided to just kind of lump together my spring project pan finale in with this sort of project pan intro, refresh, whatever you want to call it, because I actually didn't end up finishing any of the products from my last spring project pan update. There were a few things I was hoping to have finished by now, but we actually moved towards the end of June, or actually it was really more like halfway through June, so I had my makeup packed away by like June 18th. And so I really only had about a little over 2 weeks to work on those products from my last update. So I just didn't end up having as many chances to use those products as I otherwise would have. So I'm just gonna keep working on them, and a lot of them are really close to finished. Okay, I was planning on having my hair down in this video. Like, I curled it and everything, but it is so hot that I think I'm just gonna put it up. So let me go ahead and start by updating you on all the products that I was working on in June, and I'll let you know which ones I've decided to roll over and which ones I've decided to take a break on working on for the time being. One of the products, though, has gone missing. The Urban Decay Plumping Shine Balm in the shade My Dude, that coral gloss that I was loving. It is nowhere to be found. I think it just got lost in the move, so hopefully I find it. Hopefully it turns up somewhere. I don't know what happened to it, but that one I no longer have, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and chat about these two foundations. So the CoverGirl, no, I always want to say CoverGirl. The ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. This one I was really hoping to have finished before we moved, but I didn't quite get there. It is running really low. Like today when I used it, I had to press the pump down like 4 or 5 times to get out like a full usable amount, because a lot of it was just like air coming out. So that tells me we are getting really close to the end. I think pretty soon I'm going to have to just scoop out the rest with a beauty spatula. So this one I'm going to go ahead and keep in for this month, but I do think this will be finished probably within the next week or so. And I know this video is going up kind of late. Normally I like to have my project pan videos go up like the first few days of the month. I think this one is probably going to go up on like the 11th or 12th. But, so we'll have a little bit of a shorter month in July, but a lot of these are so close to being done that I don't think that'll be a huge deal. Now, for the Urban Decay Hydromanic foundation, this month I really didn't make much progress. I think I probably only reached for this a handful of times in June. I think I was more so focusing on the ColourPop Pretty Fresh though, because I was trying to finish this one, but this one I didn't really get much more progress on. I do plan to go ahead and roll this out of my project for now and just revisit it later on, because I think once I'm done with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation, I just want to like use some of my other foundations. I feel like I've been neglecting my other foundations a little bit, and I don't want that to happen. So I just want to spend some time not actively panning any foundations, and then later on this year I will come back to the Hydromaniac. I do want to finish this up by the end of the year because it is getting older, and I mean there really isn't that much left. But for now I'm just going to focus on the ColourPop Pretty Fresh until it's done, and then I'll just kind of dabble and use all my foundations as I please. So that is the update on those. Next up, I have my cream Franken-blush. I was hoping to finish this in June as well, but I wasn't sure if I'd be able to. I actually am really pleased with the amount of progress that I made in June though. I mean, look at this. There really is not a whole lot left. It's really just all like around the edges. So this one I'm pretty confident that I will be able to finish up this month. It's a very soft and creamy texture, so it's, you know, I feel like the progress goes pretty quickly. So really happy with the progress there, and I think this will be another one that's empty by the time I come back and share my updates with you. Next we have my Athr Beauty Crushed Diamond Highlighter in the shade Pink Diamond Dust. So this one is just a very slow and steady product. I still have no pan, no surprise there. Still have a pretty sizable dip. I do feel like the dip is getting more and more noticeable as the months go on, and I do think that at some point this year I will hit pan. Probably won't be until the latter part of the year. We are actually already in the latter half of the year, but I'm thinking probably like towards the end of the year I might be able to have a pan in here. But I'm enjoying this highlighter so much. I also think it's such a beautiful color for the summertime, just this really pretty peachy golden color. Really complements a lot of the summer looks that I like to do, so I am going to keep this in for really the foreseeable future. I'm really just enjoying using this. I haven't gotten bored of it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and keep working on this, keep trucking along, and we'll see. I really don't think the pan could be much farther away, but, you know, it is highlighter, so it does take a while. This is another long haul product, the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade in Taupe. I actually have really gotten back into this pomade, so I'm really glad that I decided to put this back into my project pan when I did, because for such a long time there, I was not using this. I had just, you know, kind of moved on. I felt like I was just enjoying other types of brow products more, but lately I've really been enjoying this. I feel like I'm able to get a nice natural brow look with this. I think a lot of times when you think of a brow pomade, you think of like the really blocky Instagram brows from 2016, you know, that everyone's always talking about, but you know, it doesn't have to be that way. You can use lighter brush strokes with it, you can pick up less product, and also as it starts to dry out a little bit, it does get easier to not pick up so much, because this product in particular is one of those that you really have to use a light hand, especially when you first get it, or else you're going to end up with like a really, really bold brow. But mine has gotten just a little bit more user-friendly as the years have gone on. I think I've now had this open for like almost 4 years now, and it's still going strong. So I'm looking forward to continuing to use this. Sometimes I'll also use it to like draw on a faux freckle, or like draw back on a beauty mark, or I've used it as a contour before. Haven't been contouring a whole lot recently. I've been more into just bronzer and no contour. That's usually how I am in the summertime. Maybe in the winter months I will use it more for contour, but lately I've just been using it in my brows. I think you'll probably see a small amount of progress from my last update. It's just one of those that you know, you use such a small amount at a time, it takes forever to really see much progress in there, but this one is also going to stay in probably just for the rest of the year. I kind of just want to see how much more of this I can use by the end of the year, so I'm planning on leaving it in the project for really just the rest of 2023. So then for some eyeshadows, I had my Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize Cream Shadow in the shade Rose Gold. Really been enjoying this over the past few months, but I have decided to go ahead and roll this out of the project for now. I've made some good progress. I do plan to come back to this maybe in the fall, I think, but for now, I've noticed myself getting a little bit tired of reaching for this, so I don't ever want to force it. I just think, you know, once you start forcing yourself to use things, project pans become a lot less fun. So this I'm going to go ahead and roll out for now, but I'm looking forward to revisiting this later on. I've also been working on my Klarity Cosmetics So Mermaizing palette. This is such a great summer palette, and really my goal with this is just to hit pan on any shade, and then I'll roll it out. So the shade that I'm really focusing on is the shade Oh Ship. I have that all over my lid today as a topper. And by the way, for the rest of my eyeshadow, I used the Alter Ego Goddess palette. I recently received a few of their palettes in PR, and I've been really impressed so far, actually. I'd never tried this brand before, but this is most of what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. I've got that teal shade, and this shade down here, which is actually kind of similar to Oh Ship from Klarity. It's just a little bit less glittery. So I have that as my main lid shade, and then I just topped it with this one. No pan on this one still, but the dip is getting bigger and bigger. I mean, I really feel like the pan has got to be really close. So I am going to go ahead and keep this in the project for July, especially because this is such a summer appropriate palette. I love it in the summertime. So I just want to keep using this and see if I can hit pan on that shade by the end of the summer. Another one I was so close to finishing, but it is just not quite there. This is the Mented Peach lip pencil. This is all I have left of this lip pencil. So I really don't think I'll have any problem finishing this in July. I'm just going to keep working on it, and I think it'll be done by my next update. And then my Burt's Bees lip crayon. I have this, actually I have both of these on my lips today. But this lip crayon, this is going pretty steadily. I made just a little sliver of progress on this since my last update. This one I think will probably take another couple of months to finish completely, but I do hope to have this done by the end of this summer's project pan, so end of September. I do think that's a reasonable goal. Like, I do think I should be able to finish what's left of this within the next 2.5 to 3 months. So those are all of the updates I have on that previous group of products. Now let me go ahead and share with you the 3 new things that are joining in this summer project pan. So we rolled out the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow, the Urban Decay foundation. Those two are going to be taking a break. And then the Urban Decay gloss that went missing, I'm going to replace that one as well. I decided not to replace that one with another lip gloss. I think I'm just going to focus on these 2 lip products for now and not work on a gloss for a little while. I don't think I've not had a gloss in my project pan for at least the last like 2 years. So I kind of just want to, like once again, I just want to use all of my glosses freely, because I do think sometimes I can tend to hyper focus on the one that I'm working on and then I neglect all my other glosses. So I think now is a good opportunity to just use all of my glosses whenever I feel like and not really actively focus on any one. So the 3 products I've decided to roll in. First we have the e.l.f. JellyPop Primer. I really enjoy this primer and I think the summer is a great time to use it because I really do feel like this primer helps my makeup last really well. I know I've seen quite a few other people pan these and it seems like it's one of those products that goes pretty quickly. So I decided to, instead of like marking it, because I don't really want to mess up the pretty packaging. I think it looks so cool, like just kind of the see-through packaging. So I decided not to draw any like tally marks on it, and instead I'll just show the progress through photos. So I'll take like a sideways photo each time so you can see how much is left. So that's what I'm going to do for this, but I'm not sure how long this is going to take to finish. If I do squeeze it all the way down, there are some air bubbles in there, but you can see that's about how much I have. So about half, maybe a little more than half. It's been a while since I've panned a primer, so I thought it would be fun to work on this one. It is really my favorite primer, and I've heard rumors that e.l.f. is possibly bringing this back, and I really hope they do because they discontinued it, and this is one of their best products in my opinion, so I really hope they bring it back. Okay, this is possibly against my better judgment, but I decided to roll in my Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Blush in Nude Kiss, and I say that because I'm also working on the Franken-blush, but I think the Franken-blush will be done so soon, and I really feel like the summer is such a great time to wear this blush because it has such a nice like reddish undertone to it. It gives that really pretty like almost sunburnt look to the cheeks that I love in the summertime. So I've just been in the mood to use this blush again recently, so I think this is a good choice, even though, you know, maybe not smart to have 2 cream blushes in my project at once, but, you know, can't hurt. And one of you guys told me that you don't think I'm too far off from hitting pan on this. There is definitely a dip in here. You can see. It's not huge, but then again, like, I don't think the pan is that huge either. So really excited to use this blush some more this summer. I was working on this in, like, I think it was Q1 of this year I had this in my project, and I wasn't feeling it as much that time of year, but I think now that it's summer, I'm gonna be enjoying this a lot. And then lastly, I have decided to roll in an eyeliner. This is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist 24-Hour Kohl eyeliner in the shade Black. You may remember, if you've been around for a while, I actually did use up the brown version of this a while ago. I think I used that one up like early last year, and I decided I want to try to use this one up. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this completely by the end of the year. I talked about this in my video where we revisited my 2023 plan to pan. I added a few more things on to my plan to pan for the year, including actually the e.l.f. JellyPop Primer as well. And this was another one of those. I also just thought it would be fun to have an eyeliner in the project because it's been a while, I think, since I've had any sort of eyeliner in a project pan, and I'm just ready to work on this one. I think it is one of my older eyeliners. Black eyeliner is really easy to incorporate in any look. Even if I'm not doing much eyeliner, I can still use it to tightline, just to like thicken up the look of my lashes. That's pretty much what I did today, actually. I just have like a thin line of this. I can also use this for winged liner. I can use it in the waterline. I can use it as an eyeshadow base. So lots of different ways that I can use this. And yeah, I'm actually really excited to work on this. I know it's like seems like kind of a boring product, but sometimes it's those boring like staple products that are good to put in a project pan because they're just those products that are easy to reach for. So really looking forward to seeing how the progress goes on that. So that is my summer project pan refresh. I know a lot of the products are staying in from my last quarter, but really by the next time I see you, well, I mean, I'll see you before my next project pan update, but by my next project pan update, I do think these 3 things will be finished. So I think the next update will be pretty fun because I'll be able to roll in 3 more new things. So this time we had 3 new roll-ins, those 3, and then next month I think we'll have 3 more. Maybe even 4 if I hit pan on the Klarity palette. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. I feel like I'm a little rusty with filming because this is my first video filming in this new apartment, and the background is still very much a work in progress, but I'm loving the new filming area. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I hope you had fun. If you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I do also have a channel membership and Patreon if you would like to go above and beyond in supporting my channel. I give my patrons and members early access to all of my Project Pan videos, and I also give an exclusive bonus video each month. So sometimes it's a vlog, sometimes it's a tutorial or palette bingo. We do all sorts of fun stuff over there, so I would love to have you. But otherwise, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you again very soon in my next video. Bye!